What is up, guys? It's Novice Ripper here, and today I'm going to go over my very own Jase case. I ordered this a couple months ago. It came in actually I ordered it about 4 months ago. It came in about 3 months ago because it took a couple weeks for it to come in, and it's just been sitting and I haven't had a chance to really mess with it up until recently. So all in all, this is the contents that most people will be getting. Of course, the containers and everything will look different because they have multiple pharmacies fulfilling these orders. Messed up my display there. So initially when I got my order, it came with just a medication. Maybe 3 weeks later, I got an order with the case and the guidebook. But then maybe about a month and a half to 2 months later, I got another case and another guidebook. So if any of the Jase medical people see this, you sent me double of just these. I didn't get any additional medication. So, I mean, sorry, I guess. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go over the contents of this guidebook because it is copyrighted. Because that was the initial plan, go over the medication and then read the directions as pretty much a little informative dump. I don't even know if I can open it legally wise. I don't want to get a cease and desist or anything. So front to back, the guidebook is about 23 pages. The case itself comes with this little convenient carry handle. And then it's got the pouches, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and then 4 on this side to fit the medication. And they'll fit like that. When it is full, it does get pretty bulky. So, I mean, personally, I might have to relocate this with a bigger bag or something, and then just go from there. Comes with a little inner pocket, and a cool thing is if you need it or if you have, say, a setup with it, it's Velcro on the back. You got some horizontal and vertical Velcro. There's 4 on the inside here and there's 2 on the back of here, and it is that way on both sides. So if need be, if you have, say, a carrier setup and you need something on this, slap it on the back. Though, I mean, that's a very hyper specific thing. So whatever your needs are, they have given you the options. I'm gonna set that aside. So the contents of the Jase case will be ciprofloxacin 8cl 500 milligram tablets. There's 28. Amoxiclev 875 milligram tablets. There's going to be 28. Azithromycin 250 milligram tablets. There's going to be a 6 count. A blister packet. Next would be Metronidazole 500 milligram tablets. There's going to be a 30 count. And then doxycycline hyclate 100 milligram capsules. There's going to be 120. Which is, the doxycycline is this one right here. Oh no, it is this one. Yes. So there's 260 count bottles of doxycycline. Might as well put those back together. Alright. This service is a godsend for those who have run into a wall medication-wise in terms of prepping. While the contents of the Jase case are very well thought out, it limits the buyer to an all-or-nothing choice for those who have pre-existing conditions on a limited budget. They would be unable to swap out one medication for another. There are many online pharmacies that would be able to supply the medication needed, but the price point may be vastly different. I do understand Jase Medical's desire to help as many people as they can with such a limited stock, so this complaint really is a minor one. The standard Jase case goes for about $259.95. I do not remember if shipping is included. Shipping may be additional. I was able to get mine with like a $20 off promo code. I do not believe that promo code is still available, but you can always check Canadian Prepper's video to see if it's still available. I know many other channels have reviewed this product. I actually learned about it through Canadian Prepper and decided to give it a shot. The information in the guidebook is copyrighted, as I stated, so I'm unable to share the contents. What I will do is read the patient education paperwork provided with the medication by gogomeds.com. I do not have a medical background, so I cannot suggest taking or buying medication that has not been specifically prescribed to you by a physician. Also, I apologize if I mispronounced any of the terms listed. The first part of this video is to go over the process of getting your own Jase case and what it will contain and should look like. There are several different pharmacies fulfilling orders, so your content may vary in looks. To start off, you will need to go to jasemedical.com/order. What you will see is if you are a Canadian or an American customer/patient. You will need to fill out your personal information of who the order is for. There will be a short questionnaire to make sure there's no conflict of medication or what pre-existing conditions you have. One thing with the Jase case is you can only order one per person per year. I don't remember if there was a cap on a household. Say you have 6 people in your household. They may or may not let you order one for each person in your household. After you fill out your personal information, it will ask you if you have a primary care physician and have had a health checkup in the last 2 years. If you select no, it will not let you get a Jase case. If you select yes, it will allow you to proceed further. This is because the Jase case is not for self-diagnosing any issues. This is for an emergency situation, say an SHTF, or you're on a family vacation, or anywhere in between. The next question would be, have you ever been diagnosed with a kidney or liver disease? If you select yes, it will not allow you to get a Jase case or to proceed further. The next question would be, do you have allergies to any of the medications listed? Then it will give you 9 options. If you have allergies listed to any of the medications, you would select them. There is an other option, and then there is a none of the above option. If you select the other option, it will bring you to a page that will ask you what medication and what reaction you have. The next question would be, do you take any medication for any chronic condition? If you select yes, it will ask you the information on the medication, the name of the medication, the milligrams, and how long you've been taking the medication. It is not an immediate guarantee that you will be unable to get a Jase case. The question after that would be, what is your sex assigned at birth? After that question, it will ask you for a valid form of ID. That can include driver's license, identification card, passport, permanent resident alien card, and military ID. After you have submitted the photo of your ID, it will then take you to the payment page. Once that has processed, you should receive an email within a couple hours to a day, depending on the time submitted, that will either say they need more information or more documentation, or give you an update on when your prescriptions will be sent to you and your order will be shipped. This is 100% legal. There's no opiates. The prescriptions come in your name. I have marked out my information, and on the back of here is more of my information. So it comes in your name. and these are legitimate board certified doctors. So that is the process on going through and how to order the Jase Case. I did not give you the steps on what process or what answers will deny you the Jase Case, because I want you to go around the rules and regulations they have put forward. That was only an informational guide on what would happen if you did and answered each way. So the first one I'm going to go over is ciprofloxacin, the HCl 500 milligram tablets. This, you take 1 tablet by mouth twice a day for 14 days until gone. The uses: the medication is used to treat a variety of bacterial infections. Ciprofloxacin belongs to a class of drug called quinolone antibiotics. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. The antibiotics treat only bacterial infections. It will not work for virus infections, such as a common cold or flu. Using any antibiotic when it is not needed can cause it not to work for future infections. Of course, there is a list or a paragraph of side effects, which include nausea, diarrhea, dizziness, lightheaded, headache, and trouble sleeping. Each of these medications has about 1.5 to 2 pages of patient education material and how to use, side effects, precautions, storage, and drug interactions, or just general notes when using these prescriptions. Next would be Amoxiclev, which would be amoxicillin clavulanic. So on the prescription bottle, if you can see here, it says 875-125 milligram tablets. But on their website and in the guidebook, it says it is 875 milligram tablets. So that's what I'm going to go with. There is take 1 tablet by mouth twice a day for 14 days until gone. And this is the one that has 28. And also the previous one had 28 content-wise. So amoxiclav acid is a combination penicillin-type antibiotic used to treat a wide variety of bacterial infections. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. The antibiotic treats only bacterial infections. It will not work for viral infections, such as common cold/flu. Using any antibiotic when it is not needed can cause it to not work for future infections. Some of the side effects are diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. If any of the effects persist or worsen, tell a doctor, of course. Taking this medication with food will help reduce stomach upset. And of course, if you have any medical emergencies with any of these prescriptions, call 911. That is, obvious, guaranteed. So, the next one is Metronidazole. This one, you take 1 tablet by mouth 3 times per day for 10 days. Do not drink alcohol while taking this. The content of this is 30. Metronidazole is an antibiotic that is used to treat a wide variety of infections. It works by stopping the growth of certain bacteria and parasites. This antibiotic treats only certain bacterial and parasitic infections. It will not work for viral infections such as common cold/flu. Using any antibiotic when it is not needed can cause it to not work for future infections. Metronidazole may also be used with other medications to treat certain stomach/intestinal ulcers caused by a bacteria H. pylori. Some of the common side effects are dizziness, headache, stomach upset, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, diarrhea, constipation, or metallic taste in your mouth. And these are the 500 milligram tablets. And yeah, that's the 875. All right, next up would be the doxycycline hyclate. As I previously stated, there is 60 in here and 60 in here. These are 100 milligram tablets or capsules. And this is take 1 capsule by mouth twice a day for 60 days. So the uses would be, the medication is used to treat a wide variety of bacterial infections, including those that cause acne. This medication is also used to prevent malaria. This medication is known as a tetracycline antibiotic. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. This antibiotic treats only bacterial infections. It will not work for viral infections, such as common cold/flu. Using any antibiotic when it is not needed can cause it to not work for future infections. The common side effects for this one is stomach upset, diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. So if you're getting a Jase Case for your prepper supplies, you might want to get something to help settle your stomach or diarrhea. You might want to stock up a little extra on that just in case any of these go south with you, because this prescription is for you. You're not supposed to share it with anyone else. Alright, the last one provided is azithromycin tablets. These are 250 milligram, and it is a full course of antibiotic therapy in 5 daily doses. And this is by prescription only. This comes in a blister packet. So here's the little use book and all the side effects, and this is all it is. Just 6 little capsules. So based on the quantity and quality, this one seems to be the most valuable, a lot more than the doxycycline. But that's just based off of my mild experience with medication. So azithromycin is used to treat a wide variety of bacterial infections. It is a macrolide type antibiotic. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. This medication will not work for viral infections, such as common cold or flu. Unnecessary use or misuse of any antibiotic can lead to its decreased effectiveness. So that has been a brief rundown of the Jase Case contents, how to order them, and their uses, and some of the side effects that come with it. I would not particularly recommend dropping the almost $300 for this unless you have a need for it, or unless you are of the mindset that you will need this medication. Actually, let me rephrase that. I would recommend most people getting it, but also don't treat this as the Hail Mary. These are one-use items, so you can't just take 2 or 3 and then you're good forever. So this is one incident, and this is one incident, and this is one incident, and the same thing for both of these. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 incidents in a SHTF situation, and that's just for you. So long term, this isn't really all that much. In a short term, grid down, maybe a couple of months up to a year, this could save lives, 100%. But this isn't the do-all to end all. You will need to take other precautions. You will need to take other measures. So, thank you for joining me on the journey to preparedness. This is Novice Prepper, and thank you for stopping by.